Imagine waking up on payday, checking your account, and finding nothing, no money, no explanation, just empty promises. This is the reality for thousands of South Africans this week as Sassa launches a controversial new verification drive. Could your grant be affected? What happens if you're one of the 20,000 people whose lifeline has suddenly been cut off? Before we dive deeper into this crisis, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss critical updates about your social grants. In a shocking development that's sending ripples across South Africa, approximately 20,000 social grant beneficiaries will not receive their payments this week. The South African Social Security Agency, known as Sassa, has implemented a new verification process that has left thousands of vulnerable citizens without their expected financial support. This news comes as grants were scheduled to be paid from May 6, leaving many families scrambling to cover their basic needs. Have you received an SMS from Sassa recently? If not, you might still be affected. According to Sassa spokesperson Pasika Letsatsi, they attempted to notify beneficiaries through text messages, but admitted they cannot guarantee that everyone will receive the message, since many beneficiaries don't regularly update their contact information. This communication gap adds another layer of confusion to an already stressful situation. But who exactly is being targeted by this verification drive? The primary group affected consists of beneficiaries who aren't using the standard 13-digit South African ID number. Interestingly, SASSA's cross-check with the Department of Home Affairs revealed that many of these individuals actually do have valid ID numbers. This discrepancy is at the heart of the current crisis. Why weren't these inconsistencies addressed before payments were withheld? And what happens to those who genuinely don't have standard IDs? The implications of this verification process are potentially devastating. Beneficiaries who have been flagged must physically visit Sassa offices to update their details. For many elderly or disabled individuals, this presents a significant challenge. Transportation costs, long queues, and the physical strain of visiting government offices can be overwhelming. And here's the most alarming part: those who don't come forward may have their grants suspended entirely. As Sassa ominously warns, if they don't respond, more drastic actions such as lapsing of their grant will be applied. Have you considered how this might affect the most vulnerable members of our society? The timing couldn't be worse, with winter approaching and the cost of living continuing to rise. For many families, social grants represent their only reliable income source. Without this support, how will they afford food, medication, or keep their homes warm during the cold months ahead? It's important to understand that this verification process isn't limited to ID numbers. A second group being targeted includes beneficiaries receiving income into bank accounts they haven't disclosed to Sassa. These individuals were identified through a means test designed to detect unreported income that could affect eligibility. This suggests that the verification drive is part of a broader crackdown on potential fraud within the social security system. Sassa currently pays grants to approximately 28 million people every month, a massive undertaking that represents a critical social safety net. The agency claims that these new verification measures aim to reduce errors and ensure that only eligible beneficiaries get social assistance. But at what cost to those caught in the bureaucratic crossfire? There is some hope for affected beneficiaries. According to Letsatsi, once a beneficiary has been successfully verified, we do not anticipate it to take more than a week for them to receive their grant money. While this might provide some relief, it still means a week without essential funds for those already living on the financial edge. How many meals will be missed during this waiting period? How many medications will go unpurchased? This verification drive also appears to be part of a larger anti-fraud initiative within Sassa itself. The agency revealed that about 11 Sassa officials are currently facing over 1,000 charges in court for alleged fraud worth more than R260 million. This process will also look inwardly and identify any possible collusion by Sassa officials, working in cahoots with the outside world to cheat the system and effectively steal grant money meant for the poor. Letsatsi explained. When questioned about whether Sassa conducts lifestyle audits on its employees, Letsatsi's response was telling: not regularly, but this is something that the organization is working to improve on. This admission raises important questions about internal accountability within the agency responsible for distributing billions in social assistance. Looking ahead, Sassa has announced plans to intensify its verification measures in the 2025-2026 financial year. They aim to regularly identify clients on a monthly basis who will need to verify their personal details. While improving system integrity is a worthy goal, how will Sassa balance this with ensuring uninterrupted support to legitimate beneficiaries? And what improvements will be made to the notification system to prevent future payment disruptions? If you or someone you know receives a social grant and uses identification other than a standard South African ID, it's crucial to visit your nearest Sassa office immediately. Bring all available identification documents and any proof of your grant status. Don't wait for an SMS notification that might never arrive. Taking proactive steps could prevent your grant from being suspended in the coming weeks. The human cost of these administrative changes cannot be overstated. Behind each of those 20,000 withheld payments is a family wondering how they'll make it through the week. Each represents a grandmother caring for orphaned grandchildren, a disability grant recipient requiring specialized care, or a child support grant beneficiary struggling to provide for their family. These aren't just numbers in a system, they are real lives hanging in the balance. As South Africa continues to grapple with high unemployment rates and economic challenges, is this the right time to implement such stringent verification measures? Could these processes have been phased in more gradually or with better communication? And most importantly, what safeguards are in place to ensure that legitimate beneficiaries don't fall through the cracks of an imperfect system? Sassa says these new measures are part of a broader strategy to improve record keeping, prevent fraud, and ensure that grants reach those who need them most. While these are admirable goals, the immediate impact on thousands of vulnerable South Africans cannot be ignored. As this situation develops, we'll continue to provide updates and guidance for affected beneficiaries. If this video has helped you understand the current Sassa crisis, please hit that like button and share it with anyone who might be affected. Don't forget to subscribe for ongoing updates about social grants and other important social issues affecting South Africans. Have you or someone you know been caught up in this verification process? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might help others navigate this challenging situation.